If you're looking for a really simple dinner to make in your slow cooker, why not try beef stroganoff? It couldn't be easier, and I am not exaggerating when I say that. To start off with, all you need to do is cut up an onion, and so it should be about 2 cups of onion. So if your onion's kind of small, use 2 of them. I'm being super casual about the way that I am cutting this up because it's gonna break down in the slow cooker. It's cooking for 6 hours on low, so you really don't need to be too anal about anything because it's gonna sort of dissolve into the sauce. So this can go right into your slow cooker. You could start off by browning your meat and sauteing your onions and then put everything in your slow cooker if you wanted to, but you can also just throw it all in there and wait to see what happens because it's gonna come out great. This is 2 pounds of beef chuck. It's cut into 1-inch strips. The beef should be cut into 1/2-inch wide strips that are about 3 inches long, and then 1 pound of mushrooms that have been halved. To that, add 1.5 teaspoons of salt, coarse salt. If you're using fine, please use less. And then a teaspoon of black pepper. Then give it a toss just to combine everything. There's no additional liquid needed. Cover it up and cook it on low for 8 hours or on high for 6 hours. It's done, right? So what you want to do is thicken it. In this pan, I have 2 tablespoons of water, and I'm going to thicken my stew with cornstarch. So whisk your 2 tablespoons of cornstarch into your cold water. Make sure that the water is cold. You cannot put hot liquid, like boiling liquid, into cornstarch. It thickens up right away. So you dissolve it in a little bit of cold water first. Then you can ladle about 1 cup of the juices from your stew into that pot. There's not a ton of liquid, but there's a lot more liquid than there was to begin with, right? But as you can see, it's not thickened, and you want it to thicken. So take your liquid and pour it into your cornstarch mixture, and then just bring it to the stove and bring it to a boil. And bringing it to a boil will thicken the cornstarch or activate it. It just needs to come to a boil, because if it doesn't, the cornstarch doesn't fully activate, and then, well, your stew will still be watery. It's bubbling. I think we're good to go. Okay, now what you want to do is add this stuff back in there and then stir it up so that everything is fully combined. And look, it's like magic. You have a thickened stew. This is 1/2 cup of sour cream. You can use the low fat if you want, but you know me. I go straight for the full fat every time. And 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Adding great flavor. Stir it in. That looks really, really nice, I think. Finish it with a little dill. You can stir some in, or you can just sprinkle it on top of each serving. I have a plate here with some noodles. I'm gonna just serve my stew over noodles with a little chopped dill. Chop some dill. So fresh, vibrant. I don't think dill gets its due. I feel like people don't like it as much as they should. Like dill more, you guys. It deserves your love. And then serve up your stroganoff. Creamy and delightful. Look at that. Some of that sauce. A little bit of dill. Do I need more sauce? I think I do. Pepper. Dinner is served. And that was probably the easiest thing that you are going to do all week long. You are going to thank me. So good. Rich and delicious.